Okay, we're live again. I got it again. Hey, do you wait till 1 o'clock to be the new year? It's New Year now, right? I don't know. Uh, Jed. Let me know if I got audio. That's the third time I've done something there. So do I need to drop the ball now?
I'm not finding strange.
It's live. Somebody's found it. Mark found it. Audio. I got audio.
I'm not sure. I'm lost on which strange I'm looking at here.
Okay, I had the one that we were on originally, then it went out, and I made another, and then it went out. Now this is the last one. Do I have audio? Hey, Jay Mopar, let me know if I got audio, man. Hello, break. How are you? I do. Hello there, UDA. 10-4. Okay, well, I need to start the ball down, right? Jed. 10-4. Well, when do they drop the ball? At 12 o'clock? All right, here we go. I hope I don't knock off the stream.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Got to get this ball plugged in right here. Uh-oh, here you go. All right, now. All right, here comes the ball. Yay! Happy New Year. All right.
Happy New Year, everybody.
I know that wasn't that great, but it'll be better next time. I got a whole year to perfect that. I got a whole year. I'll probably wait till the day of to try to do it, like usual. That's always the best. That way you're under a lot of pressure and you have to do it right. You have to. Yay. Sweet home Alabama. All right.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh, we still have 3 hours. I talked to a guy earlier. He was in France, and it was already the New Year's over there. Crazy. Crazy. I didn't know all that. I know, I thought, like down in Australia, you know, time traveler. Still looking for those stupid glasses. I know they're here somewhere. I gotta turn this heater off. Got a 1957 General Electric heater made out of like probably could drive a car over the top of it. It's so thick of steel, man. It's baked brown enamel. We call it porcelain, brown porcelain, and it's got a little fan in the back. I think it's a two-bladed fan, like a helicopter. I mean, a propeller. And then it's got those elements, real heavy duty. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm glad I got it. I can't find that stupid pair of glasses I had. That's weird. Well, so much for the glasses. Ha ha ha. Okay. Show you something else. Look where it is. Let me read the thing here. What's up there, Travis? Okay. Jed, I know you're going to like this. Hard to see it.
You got an echo board.
Peak reading watt meter thing for one of my bird watt meters. It's a peak reading kit.
Is that going to be one up north or one down Florida?
New York. Yep. I couldn't find it for a while. I said, where the heck is the thing at? And then I happened to look over there, and there it was, Couldn't find it for hell. Still looking for my glasses. When I find them, I'm going to throw them away. I don't have to look for them anymore.
Yeah, I need to get back on mine and finish it.
10-4. Yep. Mark, I don't remember how I got it. I tell you what you can do. You can go on Facebook and get it from him there. He'll get it to you that way. I may have been the way I did it. There is a video that I've got about it. I made a video when I got it, and he was also explaining it. He was explaining it, and I hijacked the video and added to it, You saw the video with him.
Oh, man, I got you, man.
Let's get some firepower. I bet I'm scared I'll kill him. I'm scared. Hey, Murdoch, I don't want to turn anything on right now. I might blow up the stream there, but I'm doing the best I can with a little bitty driver there. Hey, less than a driver there, no doubt. Hey, Murdoch, 21, I'm back out. He couldn't even hear me, Jed.
Murdoch, can you hear that 21 out there?
I might kill the stream. All right, here we go. The stream may die. 21, I'm waving. I got to go. Hey, Murdoch, 21, I'm gone. That'll burn up the stream, man. Uh-oh. No. Yeah. There you go. Tear it up. Hey, Levon, how's it going? Bodega. And Warren Scott, let's see. The Real DJ Fruit Loops. Hey, Real DJ Fruit Loops. I don't know if you subscribed or not, but I give everybody that subscribe to Blue Wrench, and I said I was going to do this last night, but I got kind of late and didn't get to do it. But I'll go back and give everybody that subscribed to Blue Wrench. So let me know if you did, and then I can take care of you there. Hey, Bodega, that's not alcoholic now, so don't be sending me any dirty faces, any scrunched up faces. It's regular grape juice. Well, it's not grape juice. It's apple juice and cherries. Hey, look at there. Oh, you can celebrate. Yes, sir, Warren Scott. Happy New Year 2024. Yes, sir. Well, Levon, we lost Crazy Man this week. So, it's kind of rough last night because he usually would be on there, and he didn't make it. If he'd have made it that day, he'd have been on there, but he was in pretty bad shape there. So, yeah, Crazy Man passed away. He was, his sister called me, and she lived about 30 miles away in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. He lived in Goose Creek, Somerville area, I guess. It's so tricky right there. So it's way out of Goose Creek, but kind of in a no man's land, really. But anyway, he lived off of College Park Road in 17A, and he wouldn't answer the phone, so she went over there and he was dead. Yeah, he was fun to have on there. Yeah, pretty good little glass there for $1.25. Everything except that. My wife went crazy. I said, "What did you do with the bottle? It looked like champagne. She don't drink." I said, "That's not alcoholic." So what did you do with it? Oh, it's somewhere in there. Okay. So I started looking around, and I said, "Okay, I found it." So I said, "I had that for the radio show and also to take to work. I've got another one for work for some people that I work with, have a little celebration on Wednesday when I go back." So she come home with groceries today and had 4 of them, 4 bottles, different types. It's the same thing, same company. I said, "What in the world's that for?" "Oh, I got that for you." I said, "Okay, well, I guess I'll be drinking different ones the rest of the year." Yeah, I think Crazy Man was about 76, 75. I had to be 75. He had a lot of skin cancer that they cut on him all the time, man. And I thought, all that cancer you got like that, and none of it is metastasized. I mean, you can look at cancer and it'll jump on you. It'll get in your lymph nodes, lymph glands, and go all through your whole body, man. and he still smoked. Wouldn't give it up. Okay, there, Levon will send me something too, and you know, have a good evening there, Levon. Okay, there, Foxman. Just check Bobcat live stream. Okay, what's his? Put his link down, Bobcat. Smoky Mountain Skip Chasers on Facebook. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Whew. My neck bothering me a little bit today. Not too bad. Carrying a bunch of equipment, a bunch of radios and stuff out of here, reverse preamps out of my radio room into my house. And after you carry a couple of 10 tube Phantoms out of here and carry them in the house and up steps to the second floor, you know, and then have to come all the way back about 50 more feet, you know, you get kind of worn out, you know, so I got to hurry up and get them. I just put them on the floor. I've got some of those wire shelves up there, but I got to redo a couple of them because I need more room. I got to get them up on there for my wife. So where in the hell did you? She wouldn't say that. Where'd you get all these radios at? You know. Say it'd be cool to record it on the this live stream. Jed, if you can hear me, can you call Not Man? Get Not Man over there. How about a Not Man? Hear him way out there? See if I can get him on the flat side. Oh. Hello, hello. Is that you, Not Man? Oh, I gotta put some fire in the wire. Break, Not Man, break.
I got 21. The wife said you're giving her a headache there, Maverick, but I hear that 21 trying to come in there with that New Year's wave there.
Yeah, Roger, let me wave real quick. I couldn't tell if that was Skip, a ground wave or what, but I'm waving at Maverick and everybody out there. Happy New Year. Did I lose the
Happy New Year to you and yours there, 821. Y'all be safe and enjoy. Till next time.
10-4. We live right now. You live on there on YouTube, so you know I got you. Yeah, I got too many reverse preamps. Yeah, I actually do, man. I was looking at that stuff that I got, and I'm thinking, you know.
21, that Maverick wave and that New Year's holiday wave at you as well there. Hoping all's well.
10 Roger, I sure appreciate it there. I can hear him in there, but you know, I just have to wait till I get my antenna up a little bit higher there. So, but I do know he's there, and I appreciate you 10-5, and Happy New Year right back. And hey, right here, right now, 21, I'm gone.
Don't tell us, man.
Oh, it's keying on me.
Oh, we sent back. Getting some lifesavers.
Now, who's that right there? Not man. Hey, not man. Who's that right there? I'm gone.
In 21, that Maverick was waving that holiday wave. Happy New Year's to you and yours there from that Maverick.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Yeah, I was telling you that, and I unkeyed, and you were talking. I think maybe Maverick was keying on me there, but there's somebody else in there. Maverick didn't know I was even in there. I wasn't running nothing. I'm scared to run anything right now to knock the stream off, but I changed reverse preamps there. All right, let me get on the side. I'm gone.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year there.
All right. What's up, 294? Black Duck, Black Duck. Hello there, Chris. Chris Goins. How's it going, man? Yep. Got my non-alcoholic sparkling Martinelli's. I know one thing's hot in here. Then it'll get cold. Not really. We take that hat off. Drink some RC Cola? Yeah. I hear you. I got some Sam's Cola. I had that originally out here, and I set it over there, and I didn't know what I did with it, and then I just now seen it a while back. I'll put him right over there. I've got this magnet from UDX 875. UDX 875. That's his sticker with a magnet. See? UDX 875. I don't know if this lady is still. Oh, hang on here. This is the word for 2024, okay? Support the FCC, talk skip, okay? That's original from back in the day. I don't know if this lady is still on YouTube, but she kind of helped me get started and I asked her a lot of questions. Miss Canadian Scrapper. Give a shout out to Miss Canadian Scrapper. I don't know if you're still out there. I've got to check it out. I've been meaning to, but lately I've been buried alive there with stuff to do, near Christmas and all. But I'll definitely check you out there shortly after the show, maybe tomorrow. So I hope you're still around. Appreciate all you did for me to help me out when I started trying to go live. I could always do the uploads, but going live was a little bit tricky. And it wasn't after all, but anyway, appreciate her helping me there. And got some other ones around here, a bunch of them, Let me get this one, and then I'm going to sit down. I got him earlier. Come on over there. Yeah. Oh. Let me find. That's not what I was looking for. I got that, but that's not what I wanted. That's not it there. I may not be able to get it because I don't. Wait a minute. Here it is. Tricky. Trying to get away with man. This place is a friggin' madhouse over here. Here's get my special effects crew. Where are you? Where'd you go, special effects crew? Hang on. This disco light as hell, man. Special effects. Well, here you are. Okay. This is Jungle Joe right here. Jungle Joe sent me that. Salt Spring Island. Here you go. Let's see what they do with it. Got a couple of them in here. I don't want to get Wagon Masters. I got his somewhere in here too. I'm going to get him. This wasn't supposed to be a night for that, but here's the one of them that Wagon Master gave me. Social networking. Okay. Oh, now, shit. Okay, here's Radio Man 260. Radio Man 260. There you are. Up in Maine. He has a YouTube and a Facebook channel. They do sideband on Facebook up in Maine. But that's 260 Radio Man. Yes, sir, Foxman. No, there's no music on the radio. That's somebody. I need to turn what down? I'm trying to hear Maverick out there about 50 miles.
Sure do.
Trying to hear Maverick. That's not man right there.
I have step there. And let you have it all. Let you have it all, however you want it to be. But no, not man. At 953, we got a step.
Before you go break. I don't know if he knows about. Yeah, that's not music. That's him talking. That's Maverick out there talking, and not man. Damn, gotta run power to get him because Maverick's covering me up. All right, goodbye, Maverick. How about it? Not man, break.
Yeah, that Maverick's in there. That Maverick's in there talking.
Hey, can you go to 11? Shit. Goodbye, Maverick. Not man, can you go to 11? Got it. Didn't make it. Not man, break. I know he didn't come over here. Oh well.
like you say, just let's let them have it all.
Oh, man. See what I'm pushing here. Audio 8, not man, break.
Hey, it's only at 21 in there. Come on with it.
Yeah, can you go to 11 real quick?
Sure enough, hey, man. Oh, yeah.
Did Jed or anybody or you knew about Crazy Man? I want to make sure.
Say who, what now? No, I hadn't talked with Jed, Crazy Man. I hadn't talked with anybody.
Yeah, Roger. Well, his sister called me she's in Mount Pleasant, and let's see, it was yesterday he passed away there. Yesterday morning or that night before.
You talking about Crazy Man there?
Yeah, 10-4.
Oh, doggone. I'm glad I got to spoke with him there a few nights ago. Man. Well, hey, he's gonna stir it up wherever he goes there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I just want to let you know there. So if I find out anything about any services or whatever, I'll let you know there. All right. Well, let me let you get back over to Maverick over there. He's probably he followed us over here maybe, and I don't know, but get out y'all's way. All right, we back out going to 17.
All right, there, 21, man. I appreciate the info there. Doggone. All right.
Yeah, I've got the remote control somewhere in the house. My grandson got a hold of that thing. Got a hold of the remote control that's somewhere in the house. I got to try to find it where I can get different patterns with that disco ball. I call it a disco ball.
You know? Hey, you got a phone call from Crazy Man's sister.
But that Jed.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally got Not Man to let him know about the Crazy Man and also Maverick. He's telling Maverick.
I heard you out there. I was following you around.
Okay.
Playing on telephone shit,
Yeah. Well, have you been affected so far by the lighting arrangement here, or you're able to tolerate it, or whatever? Do you have to put on sunglasses, or you just don't look at it?
No, it's good. It don't bother me none. I don't mind it. Half of my screen's took up by chat and stuff like that anyway.
Roger.
I hear that gunfire out there. I can tell the difference between fireworks and gunfire. But I'm out here in the country, so it's okay.
Long as you can still hear it and don't feel it, you're good.
Yeah, as long as we're not shooting up in the air and it's going to come down on the roof or nothing.
10-4. Yeah, hang on a minute. Let me see something. Hey, Jed. Hey, no, let's see. I can't do it, dang it. I can't do it. I was going to go sideband. I can cut everything off and go sideband. You want to go sideband on lower side on this one?
Try tuning that microphone up a little bit harder. I'm getting a poundage on you, but your modulation was low. It's been doing that, and I ain't sure what it is. Try to keep the mic a little harder.
Roger. Okay, is that any better? I cut back everything there, Bray.
Yeah, that's good right there. That's a lot better before.
Oh, damn. I was falling away from the mic. Somebody's got to replace Crazy Man, and I don't want to be it.
Yeah, you talking about with the mic troubles?
Yeah. White Dog, I think, would be the next choice there.
Double Witch, did you say White Dog?
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, man, he was getting it, on there the other night, last night, and that one of those mics was like, I said, good God, man. So he changed it, did good.
Yeah, he's a perfect candidate for that kind of stuff.
10-4, 10-4. Okay. Well, that's it then.
As long as it ain't me.
Yeah. Let me read what's going on here. 10-4. Cowboy said that I think the lighting is perfectly perfect. Okay. Myself, it kind
Can't
of.
go wrong with this setup here. I'll never talk on another microphone, I don't think.
Right. Well, I would be using that Delta M2, but this has got one of those stupid Radio Shack plugs, DIN. But it's a Lafayette, and they couldn't just keep it the same, no. They had to make it different, and I don't like working on them. It's like, I don't know, but I got to pull this piece of plastic off and dig this thing out. But anyway, what I'm going to do is get a hold of Steve Moberg after the first of the year and ask him to make me an adapter from Lafayette DIN, whatever pins it is. There's a bunch of them in there, like Radio Shack, and to a Cobra style wiring for I can use the Delta on this radio.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ain't already got one of them.
Oh, well, I know, and I was talking about it, but then I started getting other radios for old radio night, and, instead of using this one all the time. So I got to get with you sometime and get that. Yeah, I've got his number somewhere, but I want to take that couple radios over there to him. And I got a real old realistic base station, 23S9 or something. No, I don't know what it is. What number? Let me look. I can't see it right now. But anyway, it's not real old. I got a real old one that's a tube type, realistic. I didn't even know they had them. I never seen them. And then one day I saw one on eBay and I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that one.
Yeah, I ain't never seen one either. Realistic tube type radio.
TR6, I think. If you look up on just Google realistic TR6, something like that, CB radio, and see what comes up. But that's one of them there. I didn't know they had tube types either, but Realistic didn't make them. Somebody else made them for them. I don't know who yet. I don't know.
TR6060?
What now?
Is it the TR6060?
No, number 6. Stupid ass window update crap. They want me to update this thing, and it won't update. It's Windows 10. It won't jump on 11 because it's a i5 7th generation. It's got to be 9 and above to be able to upload. What's up there, OBP? Good to see you, man. OBP. Yeah, I've got right now, this is some Sam's Diet Cola. That's all it is. And also this is my wife's approved drink. It's non-alcoholic sparkling Manatee. What is it? Martinelli's. Martinelli's? Yeah. Walmart. Walmart special. You know. Dollar Tree. $1.25 glass. You know. Somebody got me on here what it's talking about. Let's see. Okay. 24. Got a lot of light splashing there. I got a what you call it, alert. Epileptic seizure alert. Careful. This CB Lounge.
It's not coming up.
What's coming up?
I said it's not coming up. The two are, I ended up just putting realistic tube type CD radio and it wasn't coming up. A bunch of sonars and stuff.
Okay, can you go to cbtricks.com, cbtricks, and look up the radio manufacturers section, and then it'll jump up there with like a alphabet, and you click on R, and then it'll go for, then you look down and get the realistic, and you can see what they look like. Maybe not. Yeah, looks like I got the cops outside here. Oh, maybe this will keep them away, which I'm not doing anything, but hey, I might be able to sell these to some crackheads. Hey, put this in your house when you're doing dope, and the cops won't raid you because they think they already been raided. This is the, what's up there? You'll have to come back and phonically sound out your first name. I don't want to say it wrong. Babalese official. Hey, I'll give you a blue wrench after the show because I'm scared to do it right now. Every time I try to give somebody one, it'll say the stream was disconnected. So if you subscribe, you let me know, and I'll give you a blue wrench if I can this evening at the end of the show after I've signed out.
Okay, I'll tell you guys, a light blue color?
I don't remember what color it is. Why am I talking so loud? I don't remember what color it is, to be honest with you. It's been probably a year since I even looked at it.
Yeah, it's pretty pink is what you like, isn't it?
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I like that pretty pink. It's really, really nice. And a lot of times I just take a pocket knife and scratch the front of the radio and see if somebody may have accidentally painted over a pink one with some black paint.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll put one too sexy. Put a black paint there.
Yeah, you're too sexy to cover up pink with black paint.
Pink is my favorite crayon. It tastes better than the rest of them. Too dandy pink there, that is.
Where'd you go there, Babalese official? Where'd you go? I hope I'm saying that right. I don't, sometimes I don't know how to sound out words. I was really good, in English. I mean, that was one of my favorite subjects. Like if you said you wanted me to diagram a sentence for you, man, I'd have that thing looking like a, math division problem up on the blackboard. I could jump right on that. have all kinds of other words hanging off this thing, you know. And but I don't know why that was so important to do that whenever you never would use it again in your whole life. Let's see. Bobcat says that's why UDX 21 should go to Bobcat's house in Spring City, Tennessee, and do old tube there where I can talk to him. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. If somebody was living up there now, everybody up there now in Tennessee that was kin to me, is they're all gone now. I've got some cousins up there, but I don't claim them. I don't know who they are. My brother, my other brother, when he was living there, he kept up with all of that. That's so and so's nephew. You know, we're kin to them. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I never seen them before. Where they been at? You know, okay. And he's logging all this stuff down, doing ancestries and all that. You know, I said, you keep on digging in there, keep on digging. You know, you're gonna might find something you don't want to find. He kept on, you know. Never found nothing bad, but never know. Is Reed still going live?
No.
Okay. I was surprised you didn't come say hello.
I never got a chance to put anything in there. Oh, I did, but he was walking away.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he saw it.
10-4. Yeah, maybe Foxman can post that on a Facebook group somewhere. That intro I made there. A link to that intro, real short. Might have got in the shorts. I don't know. It got in my shorts. I've been looking at a lot of that airplane, you know, that joke with Leslie Nielsen. And a funny one today is says, "Why is your dog smiling?" And the lady says, "That's not his face. Uh, that's his rear end." And he says, "Well, no wonder he wasn't too happy or didn't like this treat that I gave him," or something like that. But I've been, you know, that was out in the '80s, and I don't remember it, but it's kind of corny. But some of it is kind of funny because of the way that it's not the joke itself; it's what they had to go through to weave the joke around. You know.
Sure, you can't be serious.
Yeah, 10-4. You don't have to call me that. There, 10-4.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I know. I just didn't want to say that. You gonna get in trouble.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's all right. You get lying.
Yeah. Okay, you didn't watch the New Year's Ball. If you go back to the very first of the show, you'll see me with my homemade drop ball there. Let me go ahead and Jed, you think I ought to reenact the dropping of the crystal ball again for Foxman?
Yeah, but you know what you do? You need to wait another 9 minutes and do it for the guys in the other time zones.
Oh yeah, when is that going to be?
9 minutes. It's 12:51.
Okay, all right. Well, let me get it set up, and then you can tell me. You can do a countdown.
Yeah,
You can get back over here. Where's the? Keep setting that down. It's hard to see with that flashing light, you know. Oh, there it is. Times Square. Yeah, I know. I didn't see it either. I can watch it on the rerun though. I don't know if you remember it, not man, or if you do or not, and this is the honest truth. Let me tell just the Jed when I'm over here. Okay. You gotta set this down. What the hell was that? Why would that fall? Yeah. What the hell is this damn thing? Why would that be all wrapped up around there? Oh, okay, I see what it is. Can't see anything in here. All right, I'll get it up here. And Jed's gonna give me the countdown, and we'll drop the ball on you. Drop the ball on you instead of dropping the ball on you, you know. Kind of little clever talk there from Dirty Diaper. Damn thing want to hang up on everything except what I wanted it to. If I ever get in an airplane, I'm gonna take this thing with me so I know it'll hang up on something before I hit the ground. Wearing me out. Wearing me out. Yes, sir. Well, anyway, I don't remember what I said. Let's see. Anyway, one time the ball didn't fall, and somebody actually called somebody, like 911, and wanted to know if it had actually changed years because the ball didn't fall. I don't remember what year it was, so I have no idea. But I do know it happened, and I thought that was the stupidest thing I ever heard. Did you hear about that, Jed? That time that the ball didn't fall, and some called a 911 and wanted to know if it had actually changed the years yet because the ball didn't fall. True story.
Somebody called 911 to see what happened.
They said it wasn't the new year yet because the ball didn't fall. You know, the numbers, the ball controlled the year. Everything was what they thought, you know. They wanted to know if they're going to try it again, so it'd be the new year or not, or something like that.
Close everybody's watch out about 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we got 5 minutes, we got 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to give it a countdown at the last, right?
Yeah. I'll let you know when that 1 minute mark hits.
Okay, well, don't go like 99, 98, don't do that.
I'm not going to, don't worry.
Oh, it was 2000, the year the ball didn't fall, okay? I didn't remember what year it was, but I know that's what happened. They want to know, did it really happen? Did it change years yet? I'll be right back. I got to visit the tractor tire. Great. I found my glasses. My 2024 glasses. They were actually in my back pocket and I didn't know it. I just happened to go, for some reason, bump to my back pocket and I said, what is that in there? And there they were, my 2024 glasses. I'll have to give you a treat. Let me get over here. Hello there, SWL 103, Joey. Hey, happy New Year. Happy New Year, Fox Man. Check it out, man. Look at there. Oh. Upstate South Carolina, all right. Hey, Joy, do you get on the roll call from up in North Carolina? They've been doing that on Friday nights. You know what I mean? Oh, you do? Okay. Says it's right there. It's done jumped to 13. It must be a military clock. Oh.
30 seconds.
Come on, don't fall down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year. Wow. The clock's on PM, okay. Maybe it's military time, but I'm not messing with it right now. Yeah, I had some other stuff that I was going to put on too, you know. But Happy New Year, man. Check it out. Look at that. Oh. Okay. Well, we had Happy New Year 2 times tonight. I don't know where that other one was for. Where did we have Happy New Year at just then? For who? Where was that at?
I don't know, whatever the next time zone is. It will be Mountain Standard Time or something. I don't know.
How many more times do we do it for Australia? They're already there, aren't they? I think they've already had theirs. France already had theirs a while back.
Yeah, no, it changes over between Alaska, the Bering Strait right there between Alaska and Russia.
Okay.
That's the end of the line.
I was surprised some of those guys up there around Sumter wasn't on Channel 21. Maybe getting there later tonight, this morning.
I don't know. I ain't gone up there and listened to nobody.
Central Standard Time, okay. Better than Times Square, man. Yeah. Cowboys said better than Times Square. Hey, I was looking at this one thing. You could rent or buy a ticket to be at this place right there at Times Square at some place that they're letting you buy tickets, and there's several different ones. What do you think the price? What do you think the price was for a ticket?
You talking about like a spot with a good view or like an apartment or something?
No, it must be ground floor. I don't know how they could see anything. I guess they could see the ball falling, but they couldn't see over the top of the people because if they were at the ground floor, unless they were up high enough to see over the people, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's right there in Times Square, and you're inside. They do have some outside seating, but I wouldn't want to be out there and get smashed. How much you think it was?
10 grand?
What?
10 grand?
No, 6. And then another one was some other place that was 600 and 800 and all like that, just to watch the thing. I mean, golly.
Yeah, it's a madhouse down there, man.
Man, I wouldn't be in that place. You could be right there and somebody stick you with a nice pick and you would never know who it was,
Yeah, well, most people are pretty decent in general, but shit like that happens.
Well, with those people protesting and all out, they're locking themselves and super gluing their dumbass to the street and everything now. And they haven't done that on the train track yet, you know? Now, let's put it this way. I'm going to go and I'm going to block a damn train track, right? Okay, well, they run into semi trucks and knock them damn things in the ditch. You think they're going to slow down because you're super glued to the track? I'm sorry.
Yeah, trains, boy, that's a scary thing. You don't want to battle that thing.
And they got their own police force. They're almost like they're immune to local laws and everything. They set that up way back. They made deals. Look here, you want a train, you want to be able to go from New York to California. Well, this is what's going to have to be done. You're going to have to give us unlimited authority. We're going to have our own police force. We're going to be immune. We're going to be a sovereign country in our property all the way through. So that's why, they do what they want. That's the worst thing you can do is get caught on a railroad yard by a daggum railroad police and they beat the crap out of you with a billy club. You don't ever hear any hobos suing anybody, do you?
No. I mean, you talking about like the CSX or something?
Yeah, every railroad there is they got it's like a sovereign area there. They can do whatever they want to do, man. They don't have to answer to nobody. That was set up a long time ago, man. Like when they were doing that driving the Golden Spike deal. When they two met together, and they had that set up from the get go.
I mean, what are they governing? I mean, just like they go up down the tracks and look for people fucking up, or I mean, what?
I'm sorry, I was reading what Cowboy said about a kidney and all that. What'd you say?
Like, what are these railroad cops policing? Like, people on the track, or I don't know how to get it.
Well, whatever the property is, they monitor and they drive the property, and they have those trucks that can drive on the track or on the ground, or they may even have a police car. I've seen them before, but I don't remember, and but you get people wandering around trying to break in or something or damage something on a train property, or steal some railroad ties or jump on a freight train, or but they sure don't catch them spraying graffiti on them. They sure don't catch them doing that. But you hop a freight train and let them catch you, you don't have any Miranda rights. They can do whatever they want to with you.
I saw a backhoe going down the railroad tracks right there on 78 one time, Joe Bird. He had his bucket down, to lift the front wheels up, and the rear wheels, they just riding down the damn track, man, straddling the track. He was hauling ass.
Wow.
Yeah, that bucket was down just enough, sitting on top of those tracks, to lift the front wheels up.
Yeah, that'd be great. Train hoppers, yeah. I hear you, Joey. Yeah, yeah. They got to click on that. They got to click on that. They got their own world. Like I say, those protesters, go ahead and glue yourself to the track. Like I say, they come down through there and
I see what it is. It's an attachment. It's called a rail rider.
okay, they come down through there and smash into an 18-wheeler and just smash it off the damn track. The damn thing will go up and hit the telephone pole and tear down the relay box that has something to do with the track lights. Tear all that down. You think they're going to stop for somebody glued to the friggin' track? Yeah. Oh, we're going to block this train. Come here, come here. Get this super glue and put it on your hand and grab that track. Okay. But I guarantee you, when that train starts bearing down on them, they're going to be losing some meat because they're going to be snatching that damn hand up. I guarantee you that. Yeah, their torpedo heat, that was a Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree special. And I've got the non-alcoholic Martinelli's sparkling blush. That's what that is. Boom. No, sir, it's glass. $1.25. I said, well, okay. Gotta have it, man. Gotta be, you know. You only go around once. Hey. Phew. Man, I tell you, it's a weird day today. It was like, it wasn't real cold, but if you put on a long sleeve shirt, you almost like, this is not real, this is not comfortable, you know, but it's, if I take it off, then I'm going to be a little colder. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, you know. That porridge was too hot, and the porridge was too cold. And I think Baby Bear is the one, I don't know, was it Baby Bear, the one that had the porridge eat up, and Goldilocks got the one that was just right? Man. Where'd Not Man go? Hey, Jed. Let's try sideband and listen right here. I'm going to have to cut everything off. None of these are sideband capable there. I don't do a lot of sideband, but I can do it on, you know what I mean, barefoot.
You want to do lower sideband?
Yeah, let me get my production crew here to find my lighting arrangement here. Yeah, lower side on this one. Talk to me. Gotta find a. Yeah, I'm trying to get you. Is this breaking up there, or can I run this little modulator? Am I on the upper side? I'm on the upper side, aren't I? Come on back and talk to me. Talk to me, Jed. Come on, Jed. Okay, I'm about there on you, somewhere right there. I don't do a lot of sideband, but anyway, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, no problem.
Roger, okay. Well, am I clear enough you don't have to turn a clarifier back and forth when you're talking to me?
No, I'm straight up and down. I ain't touching nothing. I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I'm just a hair's notch off to the left. It could be, I could bring it on up that tiny little bit, but I'm not touching it.
Hey, 10-4. No, it sounds good right there.
10-4. I can turn everything on, but I don't, as long as you can hear me, that's fine. That other thing, it will go on sideband.
10-4. I was listening to myself there on the stream. You know, it sounds like, shoot, I sound just like I always sound.
10 Roger. Yeah, this radio's pretty neat right here. I like it, I actually like it better than the Galaxy Saturn. My Galaxy Saturn's always been hard to get on the sideband, and hear anybody. You got to go back and forth and all, but it's had a lot of stuff done to it. I didn't have that radio set up for sideband. I had it set up for AM. That's what it was set up for. So if you ever go back and look at any of those older videos, and you'll see that MD4 that MD4 meter there that just shows the meter. Well, that's running off the Galaxy Saturn. Ned put the outlets in the back and all like that power for that meter, and that's what I was using that on. So anytime you see that meter, that's the Galaxy Saturn. And
Yeah, that's the Euro CD, the gray one.
what is that? The radio?
No, that meter you talking about, that's the Euro CD?
Yeah, Euro. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I'd have bought that one on eBay. There was one on there a couple months ago. It stayed there for a long time. It was $100. I wish I'd have bought it.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4. You still there, Foxman? Hi, Foxman.
See, that's one thing that dude did for me on that radio. He put me an external speaker or external meter plug in the back of it.
Oh man, that's great.
The 2950, and he put the RFX 85 amp on the back of it and some other things I don't even remember.
Can he align a radio and get it on frequency?
I don't know if he can or not, man. I've never asked to have that done. Never came up.
My Tram D300s, you know, I've got videos of it. It's got blue lights and everything in it, and I got the 2,000-watt automatic meter, you know, that's got an inline connection. You don't have to hook it up to the radio. You hook the coax through this little a block, and then you come off of that with some wires, and you can move it around remotely, you know, and it's automatic SWR, automatic, you know, everything there. So, but the radio, it started going out. I think it needs to be recapped. I'd like to get that one redone. It's not, it's the same as Uniden made the radio for Tram as the last base station that they made, D300. And I got the dual speakers, and when I got that radio, I didn't have but one speaker, so I said, man, I got to get another speaker. And I started looking around, and I was able to get one for $65. I said, man, that's great, you know. But then about maybe 5 years later, $200 a piece, you know.
Oh yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's lucky or just at the right place and knowing what to do, you know. But seemed like every time I bid on anything, everybody else wants it. So I don't even put it on a watch list. If they find out somebody's watching it, because they tell you, like, hey, eBay's not your friends, you know. They want somebody to buy the damn thing, and they'll do everything they can to get somebody interested in it. And they'll use you to get them interested, or they'll use them to get you interested in it, and then they'll sit back and just suck in the money. See, they're not, it's all business for them. They're not out to make you like them. They're going to sell it, you know. And so, you know, I don't click that watch list because it'll put on there, you got 7 people watching, you know. Well, you don't have me on there. And then I'll wait till like it's got 9 seconds left, and I'll slam a price on there, and then I'll keep on punching the price higher and higher as I go until the clock runs out. Sometimes they get me, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, you gotta wait till that last second and make your bid there. I've done my share of bidding for sure, and I only win about 25% of them.
Yeah, what I do, I scope out who's bidding. If I see somebody that's he's done bought 1,768 different items, I said, this is going to be kind of hard. I'm going to have to really be on my game to get him down, you know. But then I look down there and they got this dude, he's only bought 2 things. I said, shit, he might as well not even be on here, you know.
Yeah, well, some of those people, they'll bid on something, put their max bid in right off the rip, and they won't look at it no more. If they win it, they win it. If they don't, they don't.
Right. Right. Well, you know, I've done that before and I got beat by $1. I said, I'm not doing that anymore. Because they'll keep hammering away on it. You got like the high bid, they'll keep hammering away at $1 a piece, dollar at a time until they knock you out, then they got it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But anyway, yeah, I don't put it on the watch list. I try to, but I don't want them to know anything. But like I say, you know, but anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, on that peak kit that you got, does it, how many switches does it have to do what it's got to do or what?
It's got 2 switches. One's a 2-position switch and one's a 3-position.
Okay, that's what you got on that faceplate?
Yeah, well, among other things.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to know on that there. I haven't tried these switches out to check them yet there, so I hadn't even put it in there, you know, or anything. I got the 2 meters, you know, I've had them, but I didn't have a peak reading kit. But so I'll be putting that in there sometime before long because I did find the foot pedal. I found the foot pedal, so I've got 2 of them somewhere. I got an original one that a guy had that he used on his tram. It had some of the first tram D201s had a socket in the back that you could put a foot pedal on it. And I don't ask me why, I don't know. If you want to know about that, go ask Tram Doctor or CB History Channel. That's the same dude, same guy. He can tell you when it was done, why, and all like that. So I do have a foot pedal that says Tram on it, but this one here don't say Tram on it. It's a heavier, dutier one. That one was pretty good, but that's what I needed. But I was going to try to use that on the air light that I paid $200 and something for, that had a preamp in it and had where you could control like 3 different amps, to where you could, like, when you keyed your radio, it would key the driver, then it would key the big amp, or you could just fix it where whatever sequence you wanted. But I burned it up. It's supposed to take 10,000 watts, and it didn't. I didn't have nowhere near that, but I burned it up. So I took it over there to 515, and it didn't come out too good. So, but I'm going to take the guts out of it and put one of those boards in there with a sniffer wire on it that's already on the way. And then that on the air light, that big one, that's on the way. It should be already here, maybe Monday morning.
Now you saying you may have lost me there. You gonna put that peak kit inside of that thing?
No. The peak kit's going in the bird watt meter, one of them.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and that only air light that was made by what's his name there? Pride Electronics, you know, Bill Toon, and it didn't hold up there. It burned up. So I'm gonna, you know, I paid extra to get switches and all like I want them, and then I had to pay, you know, 515, and it didn't come out. So I'm just gonna take everything out of there and put one of those boards in there, like on that blue light that I got on top of the radio, but it'll cut on that bigger on the air light. On that preamp. It's a preamp, and it's a switcher. But I've got that one that Motormouth Mall sold me that's a sequencer where you can click, have all kind of friggin' amps clicking on, you know, if you want to. And that's a little more advanced for me, you know, I don't need all that. But it's there if you need it. But anyway, that's what my plan is. And then I've got that, you know, I showed you that on the air light, that bigger one. Well, I got one of them, and it's supposed to be here maybe Tuesday, but I won't get it till Wednesday.
Are you going back to work this week?
Wednesday.
Yeah, no, I'll be back Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I had 64 hours off. I'm supposed to get 4 weeks a year, 4 weeks, and that last year only got 1.5 weeks, 1.5 weeks total, and then I had what 2 days on the new year. So I'm 2 days in the hole for this coming year off of 4 weeks.
Yeah, too bad they don't. The ones you don't use don't roll over like the old rollover minutes.
Okay, Chris, have a good one, man. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask them, or else they could roll it over or pay me. But you're stepping on, you're getting in their head when you do that.
Yeah, I don't get no paid. I get the holidays paid. Like I get paid for the day, but I don't get like no weeks off or anything like that. It don't work like that in my field.
I hear you. Well, back when I was doing construction, we always got a 1 week vacation if you had been there a year, and they paid for it. But you had to take it when they wanted you to. They shut down from Christmas to New Year's or something. You wound up actually losing 2 days' pay. In the meantime, you got paid for Christmas Day, you got paid for New Year's Day, and then you have actually 8 days off, but you lost 2 days' pay. So that's the way they had the last construction company that I worked for did that. Now, where I've been at now, I mean, I'd go anytime I wanted to, way back. Be right back, okay? Bobcat.
Yeah, well, I got no problems taking no time off if I need it, but I only got paid one time when I had to take a week off. Actually, they requested I take a week off because I got shingles, man. You ever had that?
No. I got the shot for it. Not that I know of. And somebody says, well, you better check. You might have been eat up by fleas, but I don't have, the fleas there. But they said, well, you probably didn't have. But I never really had them that I know of. But I know that I had the 2-shot thing to keep from having them.
Yeah, no, I had them about 2 years ago. It wasn't all that bad. I got them. It started behind my neck, behind my ear, and went down my neck and onto my chest. But it wasn't really that bad.
What did it like? Follow a nerve?
Yeah, that's exactly what it does. It started off as a bump behind my ear. I had stayed in a motel room, went and saw Grateful Dead or Dead Company up in Raleigh, and stayed in a motel room. And then the following weekend, I got this bump behind my ear, and I was like, holy shit, I got all some bed bugs or something. And I started freaking out, thinking that's what it was. But that wasn't it at all. It was just the beginning of shingles. They say, there was another bump, and it just worked its way down to my breast.
Yeah, 10-4. Let's see. And SWL 103 said he had him. He's in there in the chat room. He said they stayed out of work for 3 months, and half his back peeled off their break.
Yeah, that's rough, man. My granddad got it on top of his head, and he was miserable. I got lucky with it. And I got it at, 47, 48 years old. That's kind of young to be getting shingles, but that's when I got it.
You're just an old soul.
Yeah, I'm an old man waiting to happen.
Phew. Yeah, my clock has gone to 13:31, so it must be a military clock. I could change it, but I'm not gonna mess with it. We know what time it is. You know, we got to do is add 12 to what it is, and then oh yeah, okay, or you know what I mean, subtract 12 from it. You know, and say oh yeah, that's it, that's it. I keep hearing somebody way out there.
Yes, I was about to say. Probably somebody on AM.
Oh, that's why. That's right. Well, let's go on back to. You want to go back to AM?
Tempo.
All right. And they're gone. Hmm. Let's go up to 19 and see if we can get any big old hairy fat truck driver ladies out there. Break, break, break. Hey, how's it going out there? Happy New Year there. Long time no talk to there, Bray. No, it's you. Any truck drivers out there? They don't even slow down anymore since they took out that rest area up there. You know, they messed up. They got one on one side, they don't have it on the other. I guess you know. Hey, look, if you need a rest from coming from, you know, just right from downtown to just to stop right there, you know what I mean? So what they messed up on is they could have made one rest area do two things. But have you been up there near the 205 where they're going to put an overpass to go back up in this brand new place back in there?
205. Let's see what would actually cost me. 203s or going down back up this road. No, I don't know.
Yeah, they've been clearing out both sides of the road. There's like some trailer parks over there. And these other people, it's like, I didn't even know they were there. And they went down through there with track hose, man, and cleared this big section off next to the interstate. Now those people's backyards are right there. You can look right in there and see them. I said, oh, whoa, you know, I bet they don't like that, you know, because they had a big old buffer of about, I don't know, 300 or 400 feet of trees, you know, and now it's right there on them, you know. So, but the 205 is at the exit Highway 78 where the Trout Hospital is. Just before you get there, they started digging back in there. If you're going towards Columbia on your left hand side, they got a big old gigantic you know, road going back into wherever that is back in there, and I don't know what it is there. I'm sure I could look at the map and find it, but anyway, they're making a big overpass exchange. We call it a something to get there, and so I don't know exactly how it's going to work. Uh, on one side, there's really no frontage road right there. You know, but the other one is really good. I mean, they got plenty of room, and they going back in there for wherever they're going to go. I guess they're going to start stacking apartments back in there. You know.
Yeah, bro, isn't that back off to the left there, like you going towards Columbia before you get to 78 there? That's what you said where the hospital is. Back off to the left. Isn't there a cut through road that's new now? Used to come up from the old neighborhood back there off Dorchester Road, Windsor, or whatever that is. It kind of cuts through industrial area. And dumps out right there, actually on 78, I believe, Westcott Plantation, all that.
Well, the only overpass that I know of is Ashley Phosphate coming westbound. And then you come on up, and the next one that you hit is 78. There's nothing that I know of between. I don't know. Maybe there is. I can't see it in my head.
Yeah, if you went left up there, if they put a new overpass, and you went left there, eventually you gonna cross the railroad tracks that cross Ashley Phosphate.
Oh, really?
I would think so, which is going to end up being the same railroad tracks right there that run parallel with 78 through Jetburg, picking up right there around, Lincolnville.
Oh, yeah.
That's the east-west tracks, and then the north-south tracks would be the ones that run up 52, up 52 till it goes through Florence.
Yeah, that's the one they use all the time. That other than, Jedburgh Road over there. I'll be honest with you, I think I've seen maybe 2 trains in my whole life over there. They may sneak around at night. Maybe they're there now, but when I lived up there, I never seen them.
Yeah, when I was in there, I could hear them. There's probably 1 or 2 a day. And that's that train track that runs up through there, the West Waco, 78, all that shit through there. You can follow that train right on up.
Yeah, Cowboy said my cousin had them a couple years ago and said it was the worst thing he ever had to deal with in his life. And then Joey 105 said I was 45 and 397, 357, excuse me. These lights are, you can't see crap. He was only 49 to 50 when he got it. Okay. What's up there, Spark Dog 137, Southern Cal, Long Beach. Appreciate you coming in, man. Happy New Year. Is it out there yet? How many more hours we got there? I'm going to have to drop this ball on you out there. I got to drop a ball on you out there.
Hour and 20 minutes if you're going to drop the ball on the West Coast.
I'm going to have to drop a ball on the West Coast, man. I'm going to have to name this a video dropping the ball off from east to west coast their break. Or something like that. I'll figure something up. Instead of dropping them all, I'm going to drop the ball on them.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 21 dropped 4 balls in one night.
10-4.
Looks like a damn little Widespread Panic concert there. That's what reminds me of a Pink Floyd show or something.
Hey, I was in Lowe's today looking for a wire shelving kit that they had, but I didn't see the one I got. I think I got a 30-inch one. They got them on James Island, but they didn't have them up there to where I went up the Goose Creek area, so they had a 36, and that cotton pig was $69. I said, shit, it must be a heavier one than one I got, the little cheap thing. I mean, that's just where I could fit it in. I got one of those big old chrome ones, heavy duty. You can just stand on them. But this one here is just for like putting on microphones and stuff on there. Well, I wanted one more shelf, and I was going to buy a whole nother kit and get that maybe 1 or 2 shelves out of it, and then I'd still have some left over, But no, they don't have it. So I got to wait till Wednesday when I'm over that way and pick up the thing that I need.
There's always something holding you back. You know what I mean? You could get so much more shit done if it was available for you when you need it.
Yeah, no kidding. What's up there,
you all day.
Yeah, Spark Dog. Hey, what's up there? 90, excuse me, is it 93 Canada or 98 Canada? I know it's a 9 something. 93, okay. That's pretty good. I can remember that. I couldn't remember where I'd put my Happy New Year 2024 glasses. Looking all around in here. They were in my back pocket the whole time. How's it going on your end there, 93? Yeah, I'm on 19. Jed, I'm gonna scan the band permit and land back on 17. Yeah, nothing. Everybody's partying. Hello, anybody hiding? Not man coming and blow up my radio. Heard somebody in there. That must be Maverick. Okay, made it back. Yeah, on 17 right now. Got on 17. Yeah, I gotta turn that heater on again. Oh. Keep the door shut, that'd help a lot. Oh, I had it shut. When I expand this room, I'm gonna get a heat pump. I say I am. I don't know. I really don't like heat pumps. You know, either way you go, if you don't get a heat pump, you gotta have electric heat and a heat strip. But you get a regular type, you have to have a heat strip, and that's going to run all the time when it's cold. But if you got a heat pump, you can supposedly save a few dollars by running the unit outside and during the cold weather, but it won't work much past 30 degrees, and I don't like that air blowing all around. So, you win, you lose, and you lose, in my opinion. I just rather have a wood stove, man. Wood stove. That's what we had in our house in 1968 to about probably 79, 80. Let's see, 80, 82. My mother lived there where I used to live. And we'd cut wood on a Saturday and Sunday. And man, that was great. It was just a 45 kilo. Happy New Year, man. Good to see you. You talking about there 93? How much power am I running on AM? I don't know. I don't like to, tell everybody everything. I do what I got to do to get in there. And I don't care how much you run. If it isn't right, Mother Nature isn't right, then, you can hang it up. But having a little more fire in the wire always helps. A good antenna, the biggest antenna I don't say the biggest. I don't like a big old long one because it's like a rifle bullet, you know. You got to be right on them. Now you can get you a special rotor and controller, and you can dial them in, man. You know, you can get right on them. But 5 element is good. I got a 6 element flat side that I built horizontal, and it's touchy. Now the 4 element shooting star that I had, vertical and horizontal, I liked it pretty good, but they could kick my butt out there. But it's not as easy now. Yeah, 4 watts is all I do. Yeah, 4 watts. Actually, it swings to 4 watts from 1.5 watts. Yeah, good wood stove. That's what I grew up with, you know. And there's a box stove. That little, you know, you had the 2 flippers in the top. You take them out. You could set a pan down in there. You know, cook your food on top of this thing. It was, you know, it was a poor person's wood stove to cook on the damn thing. You couldn't bake anything on it unless you put it inside of the box or something like that. Popcorn. I'm getting ready to drop the ball on the West Coast. I done dropped the ball on the East Coast, the Central Time, and Mountain Time. I don't know what their New Year's is in Mountain Time. I might not have been able to drop the ball on them, but I'm gonna drop the ball on the West Coast tonight. Instead of dropping them all, I'm so you know, what do you call it? What was that guy said? Stop trying to be clever. Yeah, he told me that one time. I made a joke, this old guy, and I made some kind of joke. He said, "Stop trying to be clever." Shit, ridiculous. Popcorn. I talked to 2 different people out there. Set 777 sent a Golden Gate Bridge, I think. I think it was 777 Golden Gate Bridge. And then I talked to a guy in a diesel car out there, and then I talked to right after that to a guy in Nebraska in a mobile. And I heard 559. I did try to get back to him. The same time 808 was out there. Every time I would try to go back and unkey, an 808 had a hammer down. And I'd try to double key him. I'd try to slow key, see if he's going to get in there. And that's okay. This is it. Bam. Hey, how about? And I unkeyed. There he is. I said, "Golly, man." But he got off of there. 559 got off, and I thought he went to 28, but he was on 17. But he might have walked away from the radio because somebody else was calling him, and he'd already talked to them one time. So I know it wasn't just me. Yeah, I don't know which way he was pointed or anything on his beams. I have no idea. But I was 30 foot up off the ground with an IMAX 2000. Guy's supposed to come and put that shockwave back up on that tower. Look out when I get that up there. That's why I've been working in this radio room, making room for my other reverse preamp sitting right outside the door in the other part of the garage. But I got to make room for it where I can get over to the outlet. And I'm just now got to where I can get to where I can move something. Yeah, yeah. So let's see, what time will it be over there in the East Coast, West Coast, the West Coast? What time will it be on New Year's? What time
We got 10 minutes to go to do the next one there.
Central Time, Mountain Time?
I don't, 10 minutes. I don't know what time zone you got.
it's not California, right?
Negative. California will be 3 o'clock in the morning for us.
I see I got 10 minutes.
9 minutes, 8 minutes and some change.
I see it now. Okay, I got you. I'm looking at the time right there. Okay. I just got that stupid 13 on there, and I keep looking at that. I said, what the hell time is that? You know, then. Let's see, midnight for me, Pacific time, 3 a.m. Okay. Well, I'm going to drop the ball. I'm going to try to stay up till I do it. I'm going to put the ball on you.
I was taking -2. Like if it's 1,600 hours, or -2, and there's 14, but the 4 is the common, the main number there. Or if it's, 20, 20, 100 hours, I don't know, I guess that would be what, 8 o'clock? I don't know, I don't deal with it enough.
Yeah, I was in a hurry to set the clock, and I was trying to. Not Man wanted to tell me about it, and not Man, Fox Man. Fox Man had a different time zone and had different things, and I was trying to deal with Fox Man, and I didn't look at it. That's the first time I've ever said it with that. It's always been the regular time. This is the first time. I'm gonna call this the Fox Man clock. I gotta put this glass somewhere where I don't tear it down. It's in danger. Put it over there. All we gotta do is look at that thing and break. 8 minutes. Let's see. Not 8 minutes now. 4 minutes? No. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta get something real quick. I'll be right back. Gotta catch you.
Yeah, this is about to be midnight for the mountain time there, Utah and Colorado, all that stuff. And then after that, Pacific Standard Time.
Chili Willy. Okay, we got still 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Yeah. All right, those are my glasses. 8 minutes. I wanted everybody in the chat room and you too to try to figure out a new title for this video. Being that we done dropped the ball on them, instead of dropping the ball on them, I'm going to put on there maybe, I was thinking about, I dropped the ball from coast to coast for New Year's. Or, let's see, I dropped the ball the last time from east to west. I don't know. I was trying to figure out a title. Yeah.
You have the greatest show on earth thing going on there.
Yeah, still I got to resurrect that again. I'm gonna that time traveler thing, that might work out pretty good. Did you see where I did that?
I don't know if I did or not. I have to think about it.
It's just 2 new ones I put out that it was old, and I'm going back in time and bringing them back and reposting them again. It says Time Traveler 21 back in time, and then I'll put the date that it was there. And then it'll be maybe one that was 8 years ago, one was 3 years ago.
Oh man, I double with a good bit of that there. You talking about some old radio night shows?
No, just like Skip, like me and 445 Radio Man, and one I've got to find it again is one with Derail. This last one I had, I was over 30 dB out there, where in Mississippi. But Derail and them, like I said, they're running a steam train over there and got shit flying out the ceiling. I'm over here running what I've got, and I'm right in there with them, And so 60 dB Club is one of them. The next one I'm gonna get. But I'm just reposting older videos.
Yeah, we need to go remote some more. That time you were Trailer Trash's place out there in Ridgeville. That was a good show. I like that spot.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, that can't be done anymore at that location, at the Ridgeville location. So that was just got it disconnected and pulled down in time to a big bunch of crap going on, inspections and stuff, and different things. So, I was able to take it down real quick and get it out of there. And so no one knew. But yeah. But what? Let me see. Let me read a comment. Hang on. Cowboy said his name of the show is 21's balls are dropping from coast to coast. What's up there, Hans Peterson? How's it going, man? Happy New Year. Is it already Happy New Year over there with you?
21 drops the ball on you.
And in the background, you can have, hey, 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 he dropped the ball on me, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
He dropped the ball on me. Hang on, man. Where's my cell phone? I gotta get some music going on here. They're living on the edge, man. They're gonna get me. They're gonna get me.
It's 159.
Oh, here it goes. Hang on. Countdown.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me find my watch. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drop the ball. I was ill prepared that time. Got to talking and forgot about it.
Snuck up on me. That's this time.
Could you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Right. always liked that ornament. I found that thing. I've had it about 5 years. I hadn't been outside but maybe 1 year. I don't know. But we got this arbor light that I bought and put. It's like a round at the top and the two sides on it. And I planted Confederate jasmine on it, and it made it like a tunnel there. And I would hang that ball in the center of that, and then down at the bottom on the ground is a concrete seat, made out of concrete that you can buy those like at Lowe's. I don't know where I got them from, but that's what's in there. But that's where that ball hung at, and it glimmers and it changes colors and all kind of stuff. But what I had thought about doing was getting my Variac, but I didn't think about it in time, and actually testing it to where it wouldn't blank out the video. I could take and lower the voltage down on that circuit to where that I could get it as dim as I wanted to, because it's LEDs, it don't hurt it, and then that wouldn't affect the video, but it didn't seem to bother too much right this time. Yeah, I got a big one. I think it'll do 220 volts, and then it's like a military one. Then I've got a regular one, that'll do, I think it'll go up as high as 130, 140 volts and all the way to 0.
Yeah, I'd like to get one of them things from a guitar amp.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I see them all the time on eBay,
And run the voltage lower.
Yeah, I see them all the time on eBay.
I've never thought to look for one.
Yeah, the one of them I got is so old that it's just two prong. It don't have the ground, so I got the adapter stuck in it where I can plug, grounded outlets in it, grounded cords in it.
I can't remember the first one I saw, man. It was a long time ago. I think Crow had it. It just seemed logical that he would have been the one that had it. I don't know why. But I'd like to get one.
Right. They'll make your stuff last good, last longer. And, if it's tube type amps, you can kind of gradually turn them on instead of just pull it right on and go like that, shit.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the tube thing there. I guess it wouldn't work so well with the transistors. Yeah, maybe, yeah, it would. Yeah, the transistor amp.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
That's what Eddie always did. He would take Eddie Van Halen, he would take and turn his guitar amp all the way up and use the Variac as the volume.
Who was the guy that used to go ahead and jump, and he would jump and all like that? Was that Van Halen? And he's always like had his shirt unbuttoned and all, and he'd be jumping up in the air and stuff like that. Well, who was the other guy that kind of did that too? Who was that guy?
Now you're talking about the lead singer was David Lee Roth. He was always jumping up and doing splits and shit. But Eddie Van Halen just gave him some badass guitar to do that over the top of.
Okay, yeah, that was him. And there was some guy now. He was in that. Was that him that was on TV talking about David Lee Roth? That they didn't really like him or something.
Well, David Lee Roth was the original singer, And then he left after the success of 1984, Jump, the song we were just talking about there. Can you see me standing here? I got my back against a record machine. That shit. Well, he left right after that. Then Sammy Hagar joined, and that's when, you know, they had all those other hits.
Well, what's the other one doing? What did he do after that? Nothing?
David Lee Roth? Yeah, he did Beach Boys covers. I wish they all could be California girls out, and I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go. That one, he had a solo career after Van Halen. He ended up coming back to Van Halen for the final years before he died.
Okay, but David Lee Roth didn't stay on there that long.
From the band's early days in the mid-70s all the way to the mid-80s, 85. And then Sammy Hagar come in there for another 10 years. Then Gary Sharon from Extreme was the singer for Metal Day One album. And then David Lee Roth, the original singer, ended up coming back and finishing out.
Oh, okay.
Sammy Hagar songs are the ones like we get higher, straight up we'll climb that one, and
Palomar Skipper 300
comes walking in, a lot more commercial, but they made a lot more money though.
Simple. Let me check what the Cowboy's saying here. What do you think of Palomar Skipper 300? A Skipper 300? Yeah. The Skipper 300, I think that's the one that's got the 8950s in it. I've got two Skippers 300s. I believe they got 8950s in them. That's what I used to use to run the drive the JB2000. But the JB2000 reverse preamp, it's not your regular JB2000. That's what it says, but that's not what it is. So that's what I used. And then I went from that to the 300A, two-piece 300A with the 6 LF6s in it, which I liked it a little bit better because I could put it on low, put it on high, and drive it with something, and but the Skipper 300 is a good amp. The only thing is the 8950s, but now what you can do, you could send it to Fixer, or anybody else, and let them rewire the heater circuit on it to where you get, the voltage. I think there's a difference on that, and I don't think that the high voltage is going to be that big of a deal. You just don't want to stay on it and hammer it, because 8950, it's a ruggeder version than the 6 LF6, 6 KD6, 6 LR6. There's a whole bunch of them, They had the tall tube 6 LF6s, and they had the shorter ones. One of my 300As has got the taller ones in it, and I either made the little piece to go in between it, or it already had been done. I don't remember. But I did have one, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time, way back. The damn thing was right on the top, and it was arcing all over the place, I mean, it's like it wasn't touching a while back, then it started touching the pow, But my favorite amp is the driver amp, is the Palomar 300A two-piece. One reason is because I like it's two-piece, man. It's a badass, It reminds me of my Black Cat JB200 or JB76 two-piece, two-piece, like, man, you got to have two pieces to that amp, and kind of like the Drake L4B two-piece, But I like the preamp on it. The preamp on that Palomar 300A seemed to be better than any one I had on anything. And I've got all kinds of different preamps. It seemed to bring the signal in instead of the noise. That, some came with it, but it wasn't just like you to flip it on and let me see. It isn't like that, see? You didn't hear all that crap. It's like, okay, let me cut on the preamp so I can hear you. Come on back, I can't hear you. It's too much static. No, it's not like that. There'll be some in there. If it's in there right now, if you hear static right now, you're going to hear that when you turn that right there, but 10 times that loud, okay? But it's not going to be one of those kind of preamps like that. It's loud, but, I can hear you, maybe, I couldn't stand that. Yeah. Well, I've got all kinds of different ones, or I say I know where they're at. And there's a lot of other ones that I've always wanted to get. I don't care anything about a 300, 3000 A7. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, you got too much. It's like driving a Ferrari with a damn brick on the gas pedal from here to Columbia. Oh yeah, you'll get there quick. But what are you doing? What damage are you doing? How long is it going to last? How long is that going to last? And it can be a catastrophic failure. Cost you a bunch of money. Or you can drop back in power and get a better beam, get extra grounds out there, make you like a ground plane in the ground with thin wire, run it out there all around the whole damn tower, all like a sunburst all the way around. And you go out there, and if the ground is dry, go and look at your meter on your radio. Said, what's the kind of guy that's on there talking that you can kind of get a bead on him? Let's say he's putting 5 pounds on you, 5 dB. You got to watch out, because somebody said, well, how many pounds am I putting on you? I don't know, maybe about 100, 200 pounds, Or be like Jed, how many lights you got on me? How many lights? How many lights, Jed? I don't have no damn lights. I got bars, man. I got bars. Well, how many of the friggin' bars am I putting on you? Oh, okay. You're putting 7 bars on me. All right, okay. Well, anyway, you go out there and you wet the ground down. And I've seen it when I was on James Island do it. If it was a 5, it'd go to 7. I know, you think I'm lying to you. I'm serious. But I don't have that up here. I need to do it up here. But I went crazy on James Island. When I lived over there, I had a PDL2. I had that starburst down below in the ground. And I bought a whole bunch of copper-coated ground rods from a guy. He thought they were half-inch copper tubing. He had bought them on a yard sale, and he got them home. He said, these aren't no damn copper tubing. This ain't no half-inch copper tubing. What the hell is this? And I happened to, find out about it. I said, man, I'll buy those right there. Don't worry about it. He said, well, you can't drink no water through these. That's I said, I know what they are. Are you sure? Now, you're not going to bring them back. No, no, I'm not going to bring them back. He said, well, I don't know what's wrong with them. They're not what I want. I said, okay. So I got a real good deal on them. And then I found some 2-aught copper wire, stranded wire. And I ran it up from the bottom of that tower in all directions. And I drove a ground rod in the ground at a quarter of a wavelength. And then I went and I connected to that with real heavy duty brass clamps, all brass and stainless steel bolts, not that crap they sell it. There's some good ones they got, but you got to watch what you get. And then I connected another bunch of wire and went on out another quarter wavelength. And then I did that. I spaced the quarter wavelength from side to side at the very end and went all the way around. And all that's still in the ground over there. They don't know it, but it's all buried below the ground. You got ground rods 8 foot long driven in the ground, and you got probably 300 feet of 2-aught copper wire over there. Maybe more than that. Got to be more than that. But up here, I'm not going to go crazy like that. I'm just going to go out there and go a full wavelength out and drive a ground rod and run a little thin wire. Don't even have to be insulated. It only have to be bare. And run it out there all the way around the tower. And when that beam rolls over the top of it, you got a built-in ground plane. They'll say that don't work. They'll tell you that don't work. That don't work at all. Then why is it when it's got snow on the ground and when it's wet, you get out better? Because you got a built-in ground plane. But they'll say, no, that don't have nothing to do with it. It don't work on 11 meters. It only works on this other meters, the ham bands. It don't work on citizen band. They'll work on a ham band, but it won't work on a citizen band. They just don't. Y'all know what you're talking about, okay? But anyway. Okay, you going, have a good night there, Torpedo Heat. How's it going there, 353? Hammy Hams, the Hammy Hams, yeah. Those Hammy Hams, I call them, what's I call them, ham? Let's see, wouldn't have, that's Wagon Master uses that. I had another name we used to call them. Of course, a lot of names, I never had any trouble with them. Ham bone. That's what I always call them, ham bone. Yeah. What was you going to try there, Jed? I'm going to turn this heater off. Either burn you up or freeze you out, That thing needs a thermostat on. Why does that keep opening up? That's what makes it cold in there. Shut that door just a minute ago. I don't know. What am I doing over here? Oh, okay. Got to get the watch crew here. Got to get special effects. Yeah. I've got that. I've got 2 of them. They're DNA. They're the 4-tube amp. They're like is it the Raider? No, not the Raider. What is that one? The 4-tube DNA. The Hornet, the Raider, the what's that? The Hawk. The Hawk is the 1-tube. The 1-tube. It can be a 6GG6 or a Yeah, JG6, 6JG6A. Or it can be the small one like, and I never seen one. I've seen a picture of one, but I never had one like JB12, 6BQ5 or 6AQ5 or whatever they did. I don't know. It looks like a tube like that. I've only seen a picture of one. I may have seen one, but I don't remember it. And that's the baby amp. And then you go up and you get the two tube Hornet, 6JG6As in there. There's another one that you can put in there too. Then you jump up from that, you get the Raider, which got 4 6JG6s in it. And that's what Night Ranger likes to run a lot there. He used to like to run. That's half of a Maverick. And then the next one you get's the Maverick with 4 6JG6s and then 4 6LQ6s. You got a high and low and a dual stage Maverick 250. They did different Mavericks and all, but the best one is the Maverick dual stage 250. It'll do way more than 250, you know. Then after that, you jump up there to the 10 tube Phantom original. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that they did all kind of stuff to say it's a transmitter and all. I'm talking about the gray Phantom. But before that was a 12 tube Phantom. But anyway, that's the history on that. Of course, now if you really want to get badass, go to the big one, which is 16 tubes. I think it's the Warrior. It's got a case that is used like on the 10 tube and the 12 tube Phantom have the same case, but it's got 16 tubes in it, and it uses there's no transformers in that case. It uses a Maverick case with 4 transformers in it. Are you writing all this down, Jed, as a test later? Oh, she went to sleep.
Just play a little guitar.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to see if you could play a song kind of close that I was thinking about. Let me think about what it is. It don't have to be exact. It's something. I'm glad you did that. I need a theme song. I was using this one theme song. You can make me up a theme song, maybe karaoke something, and change it just enough where YouTube won't put a strike on me. A reverse preamp clinic. Reverse preamp clinic. The weirdest amp that I've got, and it's a rare one, and there's some history to it. Back when I lived on James Island, I had this hero that used to talk on the radio. His handle was Tornado Brown. And I was just kind of starting out then with getting stuff and all, and he sounded so good, man. He sounded like, I mean, he was out there kicking ass and taking names, you know. And he had the JB2000, Black Cat JB2000, and he had the Palomar Skipper 300 as the driver. Well, anyway, he passed away. And a friend of mine got the amp and got both amps. And I kept searching for that amp, and I finally found that he had it. And I didn't want the Palomar 300 right then. I had something else. I had a JB200 Black Cat. But I bought that amp, and I had to rebuild it. I had to put new Johnson ceramic uh, sockets in it, because he had drove it with the damn Palomar 300A so hard that it melted messed up the socket. It would melt the pins out of the tubes, you know. A lot of people think that it's when those pins melt, it's because the pin itself's getting hot. That isn't what it is. It's the socket is loose and it's causing a bad connection right there. It's building up heat, and then it's making the pin hot. The pin in the tube isn't making the outer shell of the pin get hot. It's that daggum socket. Well, anyway, that was 1992 that I got the thing. I put new sockets in it. 515. No, he didn't do it then. I sent off and got from Black Cat. I had them rebuild me a capacitor bank, and I got it back, put it in, and about maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, the damn thing blew up. One of the capacitors blew up in there. So I called them back on the phone, and I sent it back to them. They fixed it, no charge. And I put it back in and didn't ever have any trouble with it again. Then I wanted to, then the transformer went out, because the transformers are too little in those damn things. You look at them, and every one of them, if you ever see a JB200, a JB2000, you look inside of it, and I guarantee you, if somebody hadn't taken it out and thrown it away, it's a piece of wood in there, mashed up against the side of that transformer, so do not remove, written in a black magic marker, like somebody was in a hurry to write the thing. You know, they get like fish for sale, and they make fish real big for, and then they run out of room, so sale, you know, has to be real little, you know, something like that. So anyway, it went out. So Peter Dial was still alive. Peter Dial, Transformer, was still alive. Harbuck hadn't got a hold of it yet. So they had this book out that Peter Dial made any kind of damn transformer you wanted. He'd make you one, any one you wanted, but he had a multitude of them listed. A lot of them CB amps, radios, and everything, man. You could take it up the voltage on those things. Well, I said, that's what I'm going to do. So I ordered one with quite a bit more high voltage than the regular transformer that was in there. And when I got it, it was like 10 times bigger than that friggin' thing. It was hell getting that mounted in there, because it barely cleared the top of the amp when you slid the case back in there. So 515 got the amp and rebuilt the capacitor bank with computer grade capacitors, extra capacitors. This got like, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's either got 6 original ones that's in that board, and then at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more capacitors spaced out in there, and a whole bunch of other circuits been done to that thing. So anyway, getting back to the rare amp, is the JB440. It's got 4 6550s in it, 2 6550s, or KT88s, or whatever you want to call them. 6550s don't have the high voltage cap on the top. You know, they do it all with the pins at the bottom. And those tubes are still available. Those are audio tubes. That's what that box was made for. That box, that JB440, was actually made to drive a Black Cat JB2000 that had been modified with at least one more 3500Z, or maybe 2 of them, in the case, original case, and taken the power supply out and mounted it outside in another box. That's what that modulator. It's like, if you know what a JB200 is or a JB76, one of them may have the 5869s or 5879s or whatever, but the 8417 is a heavy duty 6L6. That 8417 is like you use them in guitars, audio tubes. So that's what Black Cat is good for, is audio. You know, dead key audio driver. But anyway, this thing's got 4 of them in it, and it'll like dead key whatever your radio dead key, 3 watts and swing to 750 watts if you can get it right. But I think about the most it's going to do is, now this is on a feel good meter, a dosimeter. You know, it'll probably do around 300 to 400 to 300. You know, depending now. I mean, those tubes aren't going to last if you hammer on them. You need to have real low dead key and a low swing radio. You can't run a export radio in there. It'll last a little while. It'll do real good numbers and all, but one day you're going to turn it on and you're going to see the numbers start falling back, and then you're going to have to buy some more tubes. But anyway, this one here has got a more cheaper tubes in it, which none of them are cheap now. But I'm going to have to get that reverse preamp back out and get it going again. I was able to find, I ran an ad in cbjunkies.com. There was a website. It still might be in CB Junkies, yeah. Back then they didn't have Facebook and all that crap. They had websites, you know, CB clubs like Mall Droppers, Pirates of DX, you know, Grumpies. There's so many of them, you know. And so I run an ad on there. I wanted one of those because I had talked to the guy, and he sent me a breakdown on it on a typed piece of paper. I still have it. And he said that they're going to start building that amp. And he told, you know, it says what it is, how many tubes it's got, what it does, and all like that. No picture. Just this is a typewritten thing. This was like 1985, you know. Anyway, so I waited, and I was going to get one, and I tried to call them back. They were out of business, and they were bankrupt, and they were gone. I never did get it. So I kept hunting one over the years, and I found one. This guy had in Arkansas, I think, Alabama somewhere, and I bought it sight unseen. And that's what I got. That's actually my favorite amp right there. Okay, Craig, good to see you, man. I'm just running my mouth. I'm doing like Wagon Master, you know. Let's see here. We got when is hey Jed, did I talk too long? How about the West Coast? Did you get it out there yet? What's the Happy New Year out there in the West Coast? I might have talked too long, Jed.
I don't know.
When is the New Year out in California?
25 minutes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said when it was 14 on my clock, then that's when it would be. Okay. I tell you what, man, I've been taking some blood pressure medicine. That's all I take. You know, I mean, it's not that bad, but you know, and I swear it feels like something is friggin' biting me, man. You know, It's like, I don't know, some gnats biting me on my face and my neck, and and it's itching. I want that must be allergic to the damn thing. It's not, fleas. We don't have any fleas, and I don't see anything flying around, so it's got to be that. But I told my wife, I said, "What can be biting me?" I said, "I don't know what it can be. I don't see anything." I said, "So I'm gonna have to talk to the cardiologist." And man, this is weird.
You gotta watch out, don't pick at yourself or nothing.
Yeah, what I've been doing is I've been taking the razor knife and running it up and down my arm, and trying to catch something biting and cut its damn head off. No. But anyway, let me see what that cowboy said.
You gotta start it with an ice pick.
Yes, yeah, well, either that or borrow somebody's cigar and just mash it down and burn the hell out of them.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
Too bad I don't have a damn cigarette lighter that I could push in the dashboard and it would pop out and be red hot, circle thing, and just smell that damn skin burning. So I got your ass now, bug.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, his girlfriend did that to him. They was riding down the road arguing, and she reached in and pushed that thing in and pulled out a cigarette like she was gonna light a cigarette. As soon as it popped out, she grabbed that damn thing and stuck it right to his leg.
Oh, I was going to say she stuck it on his cheek.
No, she burned him on the leg.
And then,
I don't know.
yeah. Let's see here. Well, I appreciate that, cowboy. I don't have, anybody else to.
It's been a long time ago, man. I don't talk to the guy a whole lot. We're friends on Facebook now, but maybe we're getting us sitting down talking, I'll ask him.
There's so many guys like Super Transmitter. See, up here in South Carolina, they got the transmitters. So CB Club, guys that have these Suburbans, and they're running. When they get out there on a shootout, out on the field out there, it looks like ships without sails on them, navigating out there in the water. You see this one here. He's got like 6 friggin' verticals on this thing. Some of them got like a plate up on the top of the damn antennas. These damn antennas are like 10, 15 feet up in the air, 10 foot or more. I don't know. But they're doing all that stuff. It's very complicated what they do. I've been to quite a few of those shootout contests, and you learn a lot by looking at them, but a lot of it, unless you're going to do that, but just a lot. It's just fun to see what they'll do. Popcorn, you're shocked. You're shocked. Oh, tingling feeling is a side effect. Okay. Yeah, I want to check to see what that is. It's just like something, got me, bit me. Popcorn, I'm going to drop the ball on the West Coast. Is it the West Coast? No. This is Utah we're going to drop the ball on, right? In that mountain time?
Pacific. We just did the Utah thing.
Oh, that's right, Pacific. What do we have, like 20 minutes to go? All right. Maybe Popcorn can stay awake so I can drop the ball on the West Coast there. $20 to go. Yeah, I'm going to drop the ball on the West Coast. Cowboys said.
I see Popcorn's having some floating issues.
He's having flirting issues.
Yeah, some girl was winking at him, and all he did was smile.
Oh.
He's online bitching about it right now.
Okay. Well, he's better off probably, because he might be a little light in the pocketbook later.
Yeah, no, it's just something he posted on Facebook. I've seen it before.
Yeah, boy. I appreciate it there, Cowboy. Yes, been asleep an hour and a half ago, and but I figure if 21 can make it, then I better hang in there too. I appreciate it, man. Jed talked me into it. But I got to go check the tractor tire. I'll be right back. Got to stand up here to get out of that way. Right there. Go outside. All right. Well, that was refreshing. It's pretty sad when you get enjoyment out of taking a leak, Yeah, what you did, Jed, you talked me into staying up. You said, I said, man, I don't want to mess with that tonight. I've been out here struggling, carrying reverse preamps in and out here, up the steps in the back, and then up the 2 flights of steps upstairs, and then making a hard turn and going in the room and then coming back down, man. It's like then you got to take your shoes off, put your shoes back on. And then when you come in the house, because the yard's wet and all, you're not going to come in there with that on there. So a lot of work, man, a lot of work. I said, man, I don't want to mess with that tonight. Yes, you are. Yes, you're going to get it. I'm going to call you at 11 o'clock, 11:30. I said, well, call me at 11 o'clock, man, but you didn't have to because I was already out here. I was like, friggin' back is hurting a little bit. Let me lay down. I better not. Jed get mad. So that's what he's talking about.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, no, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I'm trying to get this going.
10-4.
I'm pretty good at motivating people.
Checking the tire pressure, yeah. I mean, it's like, I'm older now, and it's like I've had quite a few things that were pretty enjoyable, but thinking back, for the price that you pay, which is nothing to take a leak, it's pretty reasonable. I mean, you get a lot of enjoyment out of it. it's sad that you've become that is where you're at now. But you know, hey, it is what it is, you know. But it you know, whenever you go and also plus is instead of it spraying and you know getting on your pants, you know, there wherever it hits you at, it actually goes and you know goes on out there. But always check, and you can do this yourself. I just saw this the other day. I want you to look at my fingers right there. Listen, you see them? I can't see if I'm doing it. Okay, I gotta see if I can do it over there. Yeah, you just have to deal with it. All right, this finger here has got to be shorter than this finger here and this one here. Okay, this one is a lot more right here. This is somebody that has testosterone. If this one was taller, you sit down to pee. But I just saw that on a video the other day, short video on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know how Jed got me on the subject of that, but you know, got to fill in the time somehow. Dropping the ball on the whole, you know, United States ain't easy, man. It ain't but one. You can't just drop one ball. I just happen to think about that. Those people in New York, it's like, look here, man. Y'all are up there in New York dropping the damn ball out there, and it ain't even damn. It's not even 2024 out here in California. Y'all need to quit being up there in that New York doing that. Y'all need to come out here and do it out here. Let's take turns. Next year you come out here. Next year after that you go out there in the middle of Pacific time, and then you do next one Central. You know, spread it out, man. Y'all been up there in New York, pretty good while now. Then hey, Australia wants you to come down there because they already were 2024 like yesterday. You know. It'd be kind of hard. It'd be something like Santa Claus, you know. Santa Claus, he's every friggin' where. I mean, Santa Claus is delivering toys all over the world, and he's got to do it at a certain time. And if he doesn't work for U.S. Mail, he don't work for them. Let's see, Popcorn says most of the time we celebrate my ball drop in bed, sleeping by 11. Okay. Yeah, this is a special ball dropper show tonight. I'm still trying to come up with a title. Ball dropper, you know. Cowboy said one he thought it was 21 is dropping his balls all over the United States or something like that. Or coast to coast. I'm gonna put the coast to coast ball dropper or East Coast West Coast. Watch my balls. Something like that. I'm trying to figure it out. So if you don't mind, give me a comment on what you think. Um, I don't have any fireworks. Really, my wife is. She don't like them, and my little dog is scared of them. They've been having some here like cannon blasts, earlier. I mean, it's like, okay, there went $40. Like, boom, friggin' concussion. Damn, what the hell happened? Did the damn house blow up or something? It went $40. Okay, man, that was great. Meanwhile, honey, what we gonna have for dinner tomorrow? Now, dinner that went up in fireworks. You got to shit. We got to eat grass. We got to start eating grass. Let's see if I got any. I used to keep some bottle rockets in here, but I'm not going to fire none. I'm just saying. Um, to fire the buzzards when they used to land on my antenna, because you can't shoot the damn things. Bird of prey. But if they happen to get in the way of my celebrating something and the bottle rocket kind of gets up close to them and then it explodes and they haul ass, that's fine. That's fine. They shouldn't have been there. I'll aim better next time. How can I control a bottle rocket? I don't know. I'm not an expert bottle rocket technician. I just bought them out of the store, and I'm thinking, I don't know. You stick it in the ground, you light it, and that's it. Hey, I can't control where they go. Yeah, I'd rather use the money on the radios and fireworks. Yeah, because it's ridiculous. When I was little, we used to have them, but I mean, you talking like, stuff didn't cost nothing hardly. What do we got? 6 minutes? I mean, but now you spending big money on fireworks. Those kids said, I want this, I want that. You get me. Mine do. You never did that. I see him out there. Well, go ahead and get him that over there. Do you want to go ahead and, ma'am, would you like for your children to have this super duper bonus pack where you get an extra 150 firecrackers, and we'll even give you a couple of punks. We'll give you some punks to light your stuff with. Good, good, good. Cut this big ass thing. It's mainly cardboard with a few stuck in the front, and all the rest of and then you open it up. Damn, is this it? Okay, well, it's got all this fancy stuff on the front. It comes in a package. Really can't. They said, well, what's in there? What's in there? Well, you got the jumping jacks, and you got the screamers, and you got bottle rockets, and of course, you got the firecrackers. You got them. Yeah, well, you couldn't do it in the city of Charleston. You couldn't have any fireworks. Up in somewhere, I think is it West Virginia or somewhere? You had to go to Georgia or south of the border, or North Carolina, south of the border, up there near Florence. I think Jed knows what I'm talking about, and Pedro, and go up there and buy fireworks right over the county line. Oh yeah, 100. You just throw your money. You might as well take and do this. You might as well take your money and just take a pair of scissors and cut it up and throw it in the garbage. You probably get more enjoyment out of that than you would be letting that thing blow up. But the kids don't care. I want to see the pretty fireworks. Yeah. What are you going to have to eat tomorrow night? We got to spend the money on that, or you want to wear some new shoes? You want some new shoes? Well, take your pick. You got new shoes or some nice fireworks. Why can't you go over to Bill's house and watch his dad shoot off his fireworks over there, Billy? Oh no, I don't want to go over there. Okay. That's what we used to do. We'd ride our bicycles over to another street, which it was laid out like you go down this one street and you turn this long street all the way down to another street that runs parallel, like a set of railroad tracks. The streets are like the railroad ties, and the streets parallel are like the track, the metal steel rails, you know. So you go to one and you make like an S shape. You zigzag around there and you turn back to the right and go around. And every little street is like its own bunch of kids over there. Sometimes they would come over, but you get about 6 or 7 streets on down, and you didn't really play with those kids that much. You know, I'm talking about in 19, maybe 59 to 68, something like that. And it's that's the way it was back then. But the bicycle, that's where you got, man. You could go everywhere, everywhere. Yeah. Look out the window. Yeah, that's what we used to go and watch them do it for free in a parking lot. It'd be, and they do it at the cities. They do it at the city. But I just don't want to feel like getting out there with a bunch of people in the cold. A little light on the subject there. Got to get the ball ready. Jed's going to count down. I think we got 1 minute, maybe quite less than 1 minute. I don't have that as a stopwatch. I could set my cell phone as one. I got to watch out what I'm stepping on down here. This is an extra long jumper. I think it's a 9 foot. 9-foot jumper. That's my magic number, 9-foot jumper. 1 minute. Okay, we'll be ready for you this time, popcorn. Excuse me. Start at 10 with a countdown. The countdown that I do is going to be all live. You know what I mean? Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everybody. We got it. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of those people that time, they had the UFOs. They saw UFOs and they had a picture of them, and it was kind of like this. Somebody had thrown a freaking hat up in the sky. You know what I mean? A metal plate. That's what that ball is like. That's about the technology involved in that crap,
Yeah, well, that's a time machine for us because we're in 2027 now. Everybody else is in 2023, so we're in 2027 now.
Wow. Happy New Year out there on the West Coast. West Coast. Happy New Year everywhere. Happy New Year everywhere. Everybody's got a Happy New Year now. Popcorn. I don't have no Happy New Year. I don't have no. You got one now. I got to find some music and we'll put it on the end of the videos in case YouTube catches me and wants to put a strike on me. I can go back and cut it out. That's why I didn't play any at the front because I don't. It's too hard to edit anything. People think that you can go in there and edit stuff and put people's voices in and change stuff around and all like that. Hey, it takes hours, man. It takes hours, and you got to be right there, and you got to have a good program and that'll do it. And you've been done it many times. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna take that out of there. Where's it at? Oh, it's at 12.12.62. You know, okay, let me get. Oh, that's right when Jed's talking about when he climbed Mount Everest. I don't want to cut that out. Well, they're playing in the background. The music's playing in the background. Jed shouldn't have been playing the music. Well, Jed didn't know. He didn't. He was just had the music on, and YouTube heard it. Oh, strike. You can't be. That's copyright. You can't have that on there. I done been through that crap. They even have music on YouTube that's approved by YouTube. This is no line. I've used it on a couple of videos. Copyright, but it's okay to use it. The owner said it's okay to use it. But why have it on there?
What about that machine that you play the music out of? I mean, if they're going to put it into a machine and sell it to people, they must have made it where people can use it.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to make this song for Crazy. Let me find it. I used to love this song, man.
Yeah, that's what you should have done. It's too late now, but maybe next year you could play a song while the ball's dropping.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to get some assistance in this stuff, man, because I'm friggin' like a one-armed paper hanger. I'm grabbing this, grabbing that, and running back and forth. Hey, turn that on over there. Hey, wait a minute, get that light. Jeez.
Like the wizard behind the curtain on the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, he's grabbing. They pull it back, and he's grabbing levers and steam shooting out from underneath the floorboards and all. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. Let me get this. Play Crazy. Let's see. Hang on. Let's see, what's his name? What's that cat's name that sang the Crazy? I can see him, fat dude. I don't know. It ain't, I don't know. I know his name. Can't. Bob Gnarly. Garly, Gnarly, whatever.
Bob Marley?
No, Gnarly. I think his name is Gnarly. Not Bob Marley, no. This is a younger guy here.
Yeah, he sung a song called Crazy, like a new song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charles Barkley. I thought that was a basketball player. Anyway, let me find it. Trying to find out how to get the damn thing to let me check how to find something here.
I know, shoot, Crazy on You by Art, Crazy Man by Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy by Aerosmith, all kinds of crazies.
Yeah, the original was Patsy Cline, but I'm sure they got a copyright on that. I done the deal with the one for Barkley, Garley, whatever his name is, and I know they got me, but they said it didn't count. So I know I can do that one. I'm still looking. Sometimes this damn phone doesn't do what I want it to do. Gnarly, yeah. Gnarls, Barkley.
Yeah, I don't know anything about newer music, really don't.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm bending over here with no light, and I've got the flashing thing in my face, and I'm trying, and I just really quick, and I said Charles Barkley, and I said, wait a minute, but then I see the G. Okay, I got you. I know that's him. That's him. Thank you, there, cowboy. Yeah, I'm trying to
Oh
get.
no! Oh no! 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 Oh no!
Got your ass now, buddy. Let's get it now. Let's see. Crazy. Where is it? Let's see here. Come on, man.
Are you going to let the greedy eating companies
No.
and their crazy high prices decide and your family is allowed to stay in London?
Mess me up, man.
This winter, here's how a former
That's for Crazy Man.
Rest in peace, Crazy Man.
Yeah, he used to love it when I'd play that song. I never played it that long though. I'm gonna probably get my ass cut by YouTube. That's okay. Dang, I don't care.
So what if, like, let's suppose your neighbor had a band, and your neighbor was over there jamming, and he let you record it or whatever, and you was playing it over the radio, and you can't be messed with about that, right?
No, long as it's if it's possibly, I don't know for sure, but I know one time they didn't bother you about it that you could get like a karaoke version of a song, and it's like it's if it's a song that a bunch of people have recorded that's been gone or whatever, you might be able to get away with it. But somebody wrote that song. Somebody has got that song. Either they bought it from the guy that's singing it or the woman, but there's somebody actually wrote it. So they got rights to it. Maybe they sold their rights to it, but somebody's got it. So you start playing that thing, what they feel like you're taking money from them that they could be paying the radio station. A radio station could be playing for them, and they could make some money off of that with advertisement or whatever. But you're out there doing it for free, and they don't like it. So YouTube said, you're not going to use my platform to do that. We don't want the legal problems about it by letting you do it, and all this kind of stuff. But it seemed like Facebook, they could care less, man. There's a lot of videos on there that I wanted to hijack, and copy them with my phone and then repost them on YouTube, just because I liked it. But I don't care. I would tell them who it was. I mean, I give them credit for it. The name is right there on the video, right at the top and the bottom. They can clearly see that it's a copy of a copy, which, but on Facebook, they don't see anything about having copyrighted music. But you do it on YouTube, man. They got this some asshole that don't have nothing else to do, just sit there and look at crap. And there he had a snippet, and you got to get it. And, yeah, oh no, that's copyright. But if the guy's playing the music and he wrote it himself, there's no problem at all. They may not know it, and they just get a bogus complaint, but they can't put a strike on you. They might put on there some kind of stupid thing because they don't know if it is or not. They're just guessing that it's because they don't want to do the research on it. They don't want to say, well, that's not copyrighted. That's Jed and a garage band. This sounds like something like, you know, uh, what's his name sings, you know. But anyway, now if it's a song that everybody's doing, I have to research it. I don't know if you're plagiarizing the tune by playing it over again, even if you're not if you're singing it like karaoke. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like a cover band, maybe even, or like your neighbor over there playing. Maybe I suppose he could decide he wants to play a Beatles song or something.
Yeah, if he played a song like that, when you hear that karaoke a lot, you're the one singing it. It's a weird thing. I'll have to do research that, but I know one time they said you can't copy a song, you can't play even 1 second of that song. You can't even make a song like that song with the same and do it. But I think that's not so. I think you can. Well, I'll have to push it to the limit. New Year, yeah, let's do it, Jed. Let's go all the way. I'm gonna push them and see. I want to test my boundaries. I'm gonna see how far away I can get with it there, you know. I'm just messing around. So YouTube spies, you know, y'all can go on down the road, you know.
The YouTube sandbaggers.
Yeah, YouTube bunch of little freaks, you know, sitting in there. They ain't got a damn thing to do. Here we are talking on radio, some legitimate form of entertainment, and all they got to do is try to dig up something on somebody. Let's get the bastard, you know.
I guess it's just somebody sitting there listening to everything. There's got to be some kind of algorithm or machine or something that just it picks up music, it hears every stream, it's listening to every stream, and any kind of music it puts on there. You know what I mean? Gets it through into the system.
Yeah, algorithm, man. They got it set up where you know it tells on yourself. You know, you tell on yourself almost. So, and but I got caught 3 or 4 times. You know, and you get 3 you know cases on you. They can take you. Well, look at worldwide 559 that we check into. He used to have over 3,000 subscribers, and he's got 258 because YouTube just bam took the channel. Because see, he'd leave it running, and I told him, "You're the most." This is years ago. I said, "You're the most hated YouTuber on YouTube. You don't monetize. You run the friggin' stream 24/7, and you're just eating up YouTube for nothing, you know, because they can't make any money off of you." So the chickens came home to roost, man. I know they were looking for him. They had him in his guns, you know, in their gun sights, because they know who's doing what, who's using this and not paying for it. You know, I'm not paying for it, but I don't stay on here for 24 hours a day. You know, I just do what I do. So they, you know, waited until they could catch somebody playing music in the background. Okay, now he's gone to work or whatever, and he's got this thing running, and I don't know how Popcorn's been able to survive it. You know, all it takes is somebody to play something over the CB radio, and they hear it, and it's happened to me. And they said, "Oh, copyright violation," you know. Well, he kept getting them, I guess, and they said, "Okay, click."
Shut him down just like that. Erase his whole existence.
Yeah, all his videos are gone. You know that a storm on the cloud, storm on the cloud. You know, yeah, shit. Anyway, Wagon Master, I think what he does, he goes live, and then as soon as he gets done with it, he records it himself, and then he stores it on the computer. That way, even if YouTube says we don't like that video, it's gone, it's gone. Well, you still got it. You still got it, you know. And you have to hurry up though, because that thing, after shutting down the show, I would go back and look in the analytics or whatever, and that thing's still 35, 40 minutes later. I mean, still, or an hour later, still searching to see if there's any copyright issues. You know, it's just sitting there, just digging away, you know. So I guess he got caught or something. I don't know, but you know, it's not really the language that'll get you. You can say anything on there, and they can't do anything about that. But if you got it set for children or whatever, and somebody gets on there saying the F word and you know all kind of other words that's trigger words to that computer or whatever, that they'll get you. You know, that's even worse. That's even a worse strike there than a music strike, you know, because you put on there that it was made for kids, and here you are, you're got this guy on there talking about having sex with a dinosaur, you know, and that's pornography, you know. So And then so, well, I didn't know that was a box you had to check. Well, you didn't know, you don't keep up with your YouTube rules and regulations. You didn't look down below because you didn't scroll down far enough, and there it was, a box you didn't check. You got these kids that's, looking at this YouTube, and they can still see it. It don't matter because you click that, but you got to put it on there. This is made for 18 years and older, or not, whatever, You got to click that. I click that all the time. I don't have anything made for kids on there. That's you do that, you're automatically a red flag. Okay, we're gonna watch him, man. He knows that's on there, and he's running this thing with. Kids can watch it. He better have some damn Howdy Doody and Honey Boo Boo on there, or Tom and Jerry. That's what this place better be at, I don't even want to. They said we don't even want to see Pee Wee Herman on there. So that's what you got to watch out for.
They get you for contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Yeah, anything they can do, Well, they go and whenever they get you, and find you, and they walk away. They're brushing their hands up in front of them, up and down, like they're brushing the dirt off. They've done a job. So, well, all right, well, I'll meet you over there at, let's go have dinner. And okay. And meanwhile, you're shut down.
My brother lives in North Charleston, but he just bought a hearse. That's his everyday driver now. It's a hearse.
Yeah, okay. Let me tell everybody good night that's going good night. Okay, y'all have a good one. I sure appreciate you coming in there. And Cowboy, he's getting ready to go. And Foxman, he's going. And Hans, he's going. Hans is like done stayed up over his second bedtime. He stayed up like another time zone. He's a time traveler. Yeah. But anyway, that's what's happening. Al Gore ain't got no rhythm. That's right, Al Gore. Al Gore ain't got no rhythm. And let's see. Okay, Hans, I'll catch you later, man. Jed, I got to go check the trailer tire. What tractor trailer tire? Tractor trailer? Yeah, no, just a tractor tire. And I really not. You know who started that, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's something now. White Dog says it, and I was doing it, but Surveyor's the one that started that.
That's one of the things that took with me, man. I've been saying it for 15 years too, man. And nobody even knew what the hell I was talking about because I wasn't on radio. I was just saying it around normal people.
Oh, but you didn't hear him do it. You said it. You said it on your own.
No, I got it from the Surveyor. He used to say it. Remember, he used to sit in that damn garage in that little breeze road kind of thing, go out the back door or go behind him to go into the house there. And he'd always say, we got to go out there and check that tractor tire. And I picked up on it. I think everybody picked up on that and started using it.
Actually, let me tell you exactly what it is. Now, that's where he was at, but when he was saying he had to go check the tractor tire, he would go out the back door of that garage right there and go right back there in the corner, and he had a tractor back there, and that's where he'd take a leak at.
Yeah, I remember quite well, man. I had a good time over there and hang out with him. I only went over there like 3 or 4 times, but it was still fun.
Yep, 10-4. Well, that's where he was at when they got him, out in the floor of that damn thing. But he finally passed away, He was kind of like had a stroke or something, and part of him was paralyzed or whatever. But that back in the day, that dude was a Marine. full bore burpee, you know. And so he wasn't. All those guys used to say, "Oh man, like what's his name, Scratchy or some damn thing. I'll come over there and I'll beat your ass." You know, okay, yeah, you're what, 14, 15, and I've killed people more bigger than you know, surveyor, you know. And he just like, okay, whatever, you know, don't even bother him, you know. So I forgot that guy's name that used to be doing that.
I tell you what, man, he had a bunch of shit in that garage, dude, like metalworking tools. He had that big old bandsaw, like a chop saw type thing, drill press, just old cast iron, crazy stuff, old shit from the Navy base there.
Yeah, he had the stuff, man. That son, I guess, got that. What's his name? He, you know.
I don't remember his kids.
I don't want to say anything about it on the radio, but anyway, yeah. I know he had a couple of Palomar 300As that used to belong to Cornbread J. That died. Cornbread J was from Ola, South Carolina, and he's where he moved here from Ola, South Carolina, to go to work at the Navy Yard, and he passed away. And Surveyor got the Cornbread J said he wanted Surveyor to have him, so he gave him those two Palomar 300A two-piece that Cornbread J had bought brand new, and nobody's been in there crapping around and messing with them. You know, the capacitors are still good from original, you know, because they use those, the real ones, the real capacitors, those long blue ones from CD or whatever, you know, the name of the company was. I forgot, CDE, and they don't even make them like that anymore, you know. It's, you know. And that was still good, and they were sitting right over there. And I said, "What in the world are you going to do with them?" Because that's my favorite amplifier. One of them that it's two-piece amplifier. It's got you know, six LF6s in it, and it's got a killer preamp in there, you know, and you can put it on high. I mean on low, or what's it, on high? Yeah. And you can whichever one it is, you can switch it, and you can drive it with up to 100 watts of another amplifier. And if you've got like, okay, well, I'm gonna put a JB12 in there, I'm gonna put something like that in there, and you can drive that amp with that and get better audio or whatever you wanted out of it, you know. That, but he had two of them, and I guess that kid of his sold all of that. I never did go. I went to his funeral, but I didn't go over there asking those people, "Hey, look, I know he died and all, and I know you're sorry. How about them amps, man? What you gonna do with them amps over there?" You know, I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah, I used to go hang out with him, man. You know, he ended up going to work for Money Man Pawn Shop. He was at that one in Goose Creek, and he did maintenance. He had that little building in the back there, kind of attached to the side of the store. And I'd go back there with him and hang out with him, and I would look at all of our stuff that was, you know, pawn shops and stuff on the floor. But then when you're able to go around, walk around back, now that's cool.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, I got to talk to Cowboy before he gets out. Then I got to make a run. Okay. I sure appreciate it there, y'all coming in and spending the time. And like I say, and I appreciate all your good comments and always being there. And I appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel, everyone that does. And I really appreciate that. I'm not out to make any money. I don't monetize. I don't sell anything. I don't want to sell anything. You know, I don't need another job. I have a hobby, and if you don't work, or maybe when I retire, I might sell something or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. I doubt it, because it's not about that. I just wanted to, you know, get these guys together around this area to get in there and talk, so hobby wouldn't die out. And so far it's been in and out, but we're still in there. So I appreciate it, and happy 2024. And with saying that, I've got to go check the tractor tire. Go eat. Yeah. Hey, that wine must be not wine. It's not wine. That grape juice thing must be like a laxative for the other way. Okay, cowboy, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, and everybody in here, I want to stay in here just for about well, that's good enough right there. I'm gonna let Jed know there about that, Jed. Yeah, I got to get out of here. It's all, getting close to 4 o'clock, and I got to get up in the morning and do some stuff. I got to go get some. I hope Walmart's open. I got to get some cornbread mix. I've already got the collard greens. Man, I already tasted those things. I got them sitting in the refrigerator where they really get savory for tomorrow, And I got the black-eyed peas, and my wife can get her to cook the rice. And I just don't like cooking it. I know how to do it. I mean, what the hell, you got to cook rice. I mean, And so I want to make some cornbread. And this was going to be a meal that the reason that I got this big, gigantic bag of already cut up collard greens and had them for several days. The expiration on it was the 31st, sell it by the 31st. So I had it for a while. It's still, there's nothing wrong with it. But that was going to be for Crazy Man, the meal tomorrow. I was going to make him a meal and take over there. It would be collard greens with ham in it, and cornbread, big lima beans, and then green lima beans in that, and rice, and there you go. That was going to be it, but I didn't get to take it to him, so I'm going to have to divide it up between my kids, my grandson and stuff. So anyway, I'll hang in there for a few more minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't do much on the collard greens, but everything else she's talking about there, I'm digging all of that.
Okay, cowboy, I'm gonna get ready to go. You go ahead and get sleep there. I got to do the same thing. Appreciate you stopping in, man. And Jen, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down, but I'll be here for just another few minutes. Thank you for stopping in.
Hello. All right, well, okay. Let me get there right quick and say goodbye.
See you later. You stream stuff immediately and you know all to be live, okay?